In this episode, we're stepping inside the Davis General Store in the Croft community of Mecklenburg County, a place that proves some history never closed its doors. While old-fashioned general stores are making a comeback across the country, this one never left. From the creaking floors to the shelves packed with goods and memories, Davis General Store still carries all the feels of originality, community, and a time well spent. Y'all know how I roll. I have two mics. There are three people here. So if y'all see me pass the mic back and forth, this is just what we do as Southerners. This is Southern hospitality. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So if you all don't mind introducing yourselves and telling us where we're at.
Sure. I'm Lois Ellen Tuttle, and we're at the Davis General Merchandise.
And I'm John Small, also with Davis General Merchandise.
Excellent, excellent. So I spoke earlier about the Croft community.
Yes.
Tell us about the Croft community as you remembered it growing up.
Okay. Yeah. Down the road here from the store is a house that was built in the early 1900s of my great-grandfather.
Okay.
SW from the store. Him and his brother started the store, and Silas Winslow and his wife built the house down the road. And beside that was the Croft Schoolhouse, which was also a part of the historic district, like you say, here in Croft. And I just remember growing up, it was mainly the house. The school was kind of worn down, but has been restored since then.
Okay.
So we appreciate that, and coming to the store and just all the neighbors around and being able to go to the house and go back in the fields to the barn and all that. And so, yeah, just remember that when I was little.
That's amazing. So it's still, even though there's been so much development around, do you still feel like you have a neighborly feel with what you have on this, at least this strip of road? Right,
yes, definitely. Pioneer Spring School is down there, and we're great neighbors, and we appreciate them and what they've done for the property down there, and they, we share events back and forth, and so, yeah, it's great to have them here.
Nice. And so off camera, you said I was swindled into this.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm actually married to Lois Ellen's sister, Noelle, and so they are together now running it, and I'm here to help, and I say yes ma'am a lot, and just try to be here and be supportive and just keep this great location in operation.
For sure. And as it relates to when you came into the family and when the store, obviously you knew it was part of it, what were your thoughts? Like, have you always been a history guy and was interested in it? Or?
Yeah, so I don't live far from here,
okay.
But, I was kind of on the other side of the train tracks, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so I had heard about it before, but never actually been here. So when I kind of came in, it was kind of exciting to have this thing in my backyard that I didn't know that much about, but learned very quickly how much history it holds.
For sure.
Yep.
Excellent. So there's three buildings that are here. Do you mind if we walk over here to the first one?
Yep.
And you provide some context about these three buildings. Well, this one first, and then we'll move on to the others.
Okay. Yeah. This is the South Warehouse, and it was changed a little bit when the show Banshee was filmed here. They added the curved roof, the little porch, the little thing right here that used to have stairs. That was just for their filming. So as far as I know, this has always been storage. As far as I know, it was built around the same time, but this looked a little bit different prior to about 2012, 2013 when it was filmed. But other than that, the sides, door, all that, still the same. And as far as I know, just been storage. Right now we have animal feed and different things.
And so, obviously you do things in bulk, it looks like.
Uh-huh.
How important is it for you all to work with small entities, if that's what, the goal is, to work with like small producers, the various different goods that you all provide? Yes,
that's huge. We are not a Walmart buying, we're just a small business and can only buy a little bit at a time, and, they tell us when to order and how much we can order, so we appreciate our customers that can come out and, work with us on what we have and what we can purchase. And but yeah, we try to work with the folks around here that have chickens and that have horses, even though it's getting a lot smaller in Mecklenburg County. We try to supply that for them. And
well, let's talk about that for a little bit as it relates to farming and just how much Mecklenburg County has changed. I've been in Charlotte for 15 years, and I'm seeing the land just go so fast, farmland, etc. For you all, what concerns do you all have? You said a squirrel?
The school.
Oh, the school. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Not a squirrel.
And I'm gonna keep that in there.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. But what are your all's concerns as being a place that provides this type of material for farms, and they're starting to dwindle?
Yeah, I think what's important to note is that, you know, as the city has changed and those large parcels of land that were used for farming and agriculture have been sold, you know, whether it's been through, you know, families and generations, and has now been sold and kind of cut up into pieces and that type of thing, that they don't raise cattle, they don't raise chickens like they used to. So where they would come in back in the old days, I guess, if you want to say it that way, they'd buy, you know, a whole pallet of chicken feed because they had 250 chickens.
Sure.
Now people have 5.
Yeah.
And so they need 1 bag for a month. And so that kind of changes the way you operate and you sell. You know, so you need more people with 5 chickens to make up the difference with somebody that may have, you know, 25 or 30 acres of land and they're raising chickens, you know, and have 40 or 50. So you have to build that into the way that you do business.
Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. What were some of the promises from an ancestral standpoint, right? Like, a lot of people have property, they have land, they have all these things, and the older generation has it, and there's always, well, not always, but there's sometimes a concern that the newer generation may let it go, right? Was there any type of said promise that you all had as a family that says we're going to make sure that this stays in the family?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not that I know of. I know that my great uncle had it for a while after my great grandfather and great great uncle passed on, and you know, he kept it for a while, and then my dad started working here and purchased it from them. And I think this is what he really wanted to do as his career for a living, and history was very important to him, and it was very important for him to keep it going, but there was no like said promise like, okay, better do this.
Yeah. Well, good thing y'all had that innateness to keep it going, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here at the second building, and you were mentioning the construction of the building,
Yes.
The basement being dug out, etc.
Yes.
And that the building was erected in 1908.
Correct.
But they were selling goods on the site since the 1890s.
Yeah, so in the 1890s, they were selling goods on this property, so it was kind of like a laydown yard. They sold fencing, you know, things for agriculture and farming. But in 1907, they began the construction of the building, and it was, you know, then completed in 1908.
Okay.
So they dug a basement. There is a basement, and so
It looks like jail bars over here, brother.
well, yeah. That's to keep everything out. You know, this was more of a storage area.
Yeah.
So they would store things here. We don't use it anymore like that, but so when they dug the basement, they used the dirt. They built a kiln behind the building, and they kilned the bricks to build the building.
On site.
On site. So
Wow.
So these bricks were kilned by hand to build the building.
Are there any documents or pictures of people in the community that were part of the erecting of the building?
I can't say that I have seen those.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean it didn't happen. But, you know, they were just living life.
Yeah.
And they were doing the things that they needed to do for their business and, you know, for their families. And so, you know, I think if they had realized back then, you know, that this place would be such an historical site the way it is today, they may have done that. But back then, they were just
living day by day,
and living life and thinking about what their next step was in business and family life and things like that. So again, you know, with the kiln, it's no longer here. You know, when they were
where would it have been?
It's somewhere back here. I don't know exactly, but you know, they weren't thinking about, you know, posterity. You know, at that point, you know, when you're living that life and doing those things, you tend to just go to the next thing.
How difficult is it to maintain a historic building like this?
So there are challenges, but by and large, this place was built well. You hear people always say they don't make them like they used to.
Right.
And this applies here. You have some things, your roof and things like that that needs tending to here and there. But by and large, and as a historical site, it's deemed as a historical site by Mecklenburg County. Mm-hmm. And so because of that, there's certain things that we're exempt from, but there's also certain things that, that we kind of have to leave the same, so that it can keep that designation. So we like it.
Yeah. Gotta love those protections.
Yep.
Regardless of how they come. Now, as it relates to the communities that are now behind here, the homes.
Yes.
Was there a time that you remember when they weren't here, or have they always been here since you've been involved with the family?
Yeah, so they've always been here. So this is part of the Davis Lake community, which is one of at the time that it was built, it was one of the largest HOA developments in the city of Charlotte in the 90s, and still very large. But that was part of the Davis farm.
Okay.
So that land was
makes
sold.
Sense why Davis? I never knew that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So all that land and property was owned by the Davis family.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was part of the farm. It was part of the land, and where they got a lot of their crops and seeds and the cotton and everything.
Cultivated on this land back here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. Good stuff. And this is 3 stories, it looks like.
Yeah, there's a basement.
The basement.
And then the first floor, and then the second floor. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, so we just had a massive group of young learners coming in and getting some experiential learning.
Yes.
And, which is great. We want the kids to be able to experience all kind of things in life.
That's right.
But so this is the front porch.
Yes.
And Jennings is eating some popcorn. Is the popcorn good? It's good? So this is the front porch.
Yes, this front porch was added again when the show Banshee came.
Yeah.
They added it around 2012, 2013. Mm-hmm. So before that, it was just the brick. We have some pictures, just the brick wall there. But yeah, we love the front porch. It's a great place to come sit. We got our picnic table. Sometimes when we have barbecue guy out here, folks can sit out here and.
Is that usually in the summer or?
We have it all year round.
Okay.
And we have also a day, Small Business Saturday. We usually do an event also with some Santa Claus and some boiled peanuts. And,
love it.
Yeah.
And so if gas was this amount today, I mean, I would be good. What is this? Oh, so it's $0 a gallon. That's perfect.
Yeah, I think it says 35 down there. So.
Oh, okay. Computed at 35 cents per gallon. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Just no one has gotten into gallons yet.
Right,
So that's what's going on.
right.
But 35 cents per gallon, yeah, I'll take that any day.
So obviously, this one here, and you can pull right up, get your gas.
I love it. So can we head inside?
Let's go on in.
Let's go on in. And I've been here before, you all, and I've got the smells, and it's great. It smells like a general store. And as you see, it looks like it. It has everything that you need for sure right here. And so this is the store.
Yeah,
just as you remember
the main room. Yes, and like we said, a long time ago, early 1900s when it was open, this building was built 07, 08. And folks were getting flour, sugar, all the things for farming, plow points, all the foods, all the fabrics, ribbons, anything that, and so we're stocked still with seed, some local items, still some hardware and gardening items. So it's still a lot to see, but nothing has really changed.
Yeah, a true one-stop shop.
Yes. Yeah.
I see that you have this encasement right here. How much of this stuff is original to the site?
Yep, all of it.
All of it.
Yep, this was just all found through cleaning some stuff out. So there's old snuff that was sold, scales, signs and receipts and various items in there that were found around the store.
Everything that you need.
That's right.
Do you get travelers that come specifically looking for general stores? And I love that. Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Some people may not know what that is. It's a landline phone.
That's a rotary phone ring.
It's a rotary phone ring. Absolutely.
That's right.
So you have people that come in.
Absolutely.
Okay. And
Yes.
talk to me about those experiences.
Yeah, we got people coming from around the world, really. But we do have folks that are traveling, just local in North Carolina, just wanting to stop at all general stores, all, historic buildings. So, yeah, we definitely get that. And they just like to come and look around, pick up little items, and, so tourists, yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
And how young were you when you were in this building and having to tend to some of the business?
Since we were born, but I guess when we started helping, it was always a lot of straightening up, a lot of sweeping, folding, straightening things up. That was mainly what we were doing. Yeah.
When I first came in and I introduced myself to you the other day, I had asked about this.
Yes.
To the site.
Yes, and that's the original cash register. That was from the 1920s, and we still use it today.
Wow.
It can be cranked or plugs in for electric.
Can we get example of what that looks like? So it can be cranked.
All right, that's going to be 1085.
Okay.
And there you go.
Y'all see that? That's real money.
That's right. You get your change. Yeah, so you do your, if it was $22 and 25 cents, punch all that. Ring it up.
And that's how it works.
Yes.
So y'all had a crash course from grandparents on how to do it, right?
Yeah,
did you have to stand on the stool at some point because it's got a little height to it? So when you were younger, did you have to?
I didn't get to handle it very much, but yeah.
Now you all have something over here, and I'm gonna have you control the camera. But when I saw this, when I came in the other day, you all check this out.
That's right.
We are close to Christmas time, right? We are close to Christmas time. And when I saw this, the only thing I could think of was my Sure Shot Red Ryder BB gun. And this is it, right?
That's right.
Toy Story.
Yeah.
No, A Christmas Story.
Right.
Christmas Story.
Yes.
Not a Toy Story, even though it is a real movie. But I love to see this. I love to see this here.
That's
Is it
right.
intentional to have that here, just based on some of the nostalgia that comes along with general stores?
Yes, yeah. But yeah, come and get yours today for Christmas. But yes, we try to carry things that are kind of in the theme for the, general store, things you might not be able to find.
Yeah.
Things that people might want that remind them of that.
For sure.
Yeah.
What are some of the staples in general stores that you feel it's important that you maintain? Are there any items that are here that you can say, this has to be part of it?
Oh, gosh. I feel like us, it used to be big farming. We talked about that and how that's just gotten so small now. But I think just the fact that we still carry gardening items, seeds by the bulk, I think that's important for us to keep because I think that's something that we've always done. And, people come here to get the seeds weighed up and, how they want it. Keep some hardware items. I think that's important. And, just keep things that people need.
Yeah, for sure. There's some books that are back here, if you don't mind. I can imagine that back then people would, get things done on credit.
Yes.
And I see that these books, some date from the 1950s. There's a 51, 52, as you all see. What are these?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Right?
Yeah. Step back. Yes, these are just a variety of paperwork that have been gathered and placed up here. So it could be, the credit, just people's accounts, going through and listing.
Yeah. This is
Everybody's
1960, you all. So the January 25th, 1960. Wow. And you have the names of the people. That is pretty cool.
Yes. So some of them.
Washam, I've seen that name before up in Huntersville. The Washam last
Oh,
name.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of local folks still.
Yeah.
So yeah, just folks' accounts and, like you say, it was all done on paper. So everything that they, bought or credit done and yeah.
Now, did you know your grandfather?
No.
Okay.
I sure didn't.
So you didn't,
Yes.
you didn't know
He
your
passed,
grandfather.
yes.
He passed prior to.
Yep.
What were some of the things that you can say that your parents were just extremely proud about with owning this staple in the community?
Yeah, I think just continuing it, just having it still, I think he was proud to have it still be here and still serve the same community and have the same people come in and have what people need and, just still be here as part of the community. I just think that was important to him.
Yeah. And you had some pictures over here that you wanted to show me.
Yeah. So this, circa 1923, this is coming in the front door. So you can it still looks the same. We got the counter here.
Yep.
This is SW, Silas Winslow. So this was a founder.
Okay.
And this is his son, which a lot of people called Wash Davis, Silas Washington.
Okay.
And he ran the store after him and his brother's death. So
Okay.
those
Do we know
are the
what was
folks
in
there.
what were in
I
the
don't
barrels? You
know what was in there. You can see the things on the shelves,
Yeah.
like the shelves that were back there.
Yeah.
Still the shelves on the wall back here.
Yep, not much has changed, that's for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
And so quintessential jeans.
Yes,
right?
yes. Our
you all have
Carhartt.
some baskets that are here.
Yep, local baskets. These are handmade in North Carolina by a lady, Geraldine, and her mother.
Geraldine Bell.
So these are great gifts or anything to have around. But yep, made in
And
North Carolina.
You got to have this.
Got to have the almanac.
Got to have the farmer's
For all
almanac.
the gardening, we got the almanac and the calendar.
Yeah,
For all your gardening needs.
absolutely.
We have the folks from Country Cottons, Carolina Cottons. These are made in North Carolina also.
Okay.
So-
So you all try to do as much local business
We
as
like to. We
possible.
have all our jams and jellies are made down east in North Carolina. Got local honey, sweets elderberry from Charlotte.
Yeah.
Ya's Best from Huntersville.
Okay.
So, but of course, you have your Carhartt brand, your
Yeah.
Key brand, and those are, just national brands. So
For sure.
keep those as well.
And I can imagine that this would get pretty chilly, and so you all have
This is the stove.
the
Yes.
stove that's over here. I see the fire in it.
This is what. Yeah. This is where you kind of have to huddle around in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Because it definitely gets cold. This is the heat.
Yeah.
Yes, for the only heat for the store.
Did
Yep.
the store ever shut down at any point in time in the year?
Not that I know of for more than a week or two at a time.
So it was just constantly.
Yes. Yeah.
When you think about big box stores like
Mm-hmm.
Walmart, Target, and all these other stores that we all have come to know, Lowe's, Home Depot,
Mm-hmm.
what do you feel people get different by being in this type of store versus
Mm-hmm.
those types of stores?
I definitely think, customer service. I think we're here, right here immediately to help you and help you decide on things. And sometimes you can't find people in Walmart or
Yeah, it's
Lowe's.
true.
So I definitely think that's a bonus. But also just, I think, the environment, the feel of it, some of the things that we carry, I just think they're, it's just it's different shopping in local, small business for sure.
This is a map of where people come in. And my father-in-law was always interested, and he'd always ask people, "Where are you from?"
Yeah.
And so we, and to honor him, we kind of put this map up, and so you see where people are from.
Yeah, all the way from United Kingdom to
Australia.
Australia.
The
Wow.
little island there,
Yeah.
and so we let people put their pin up.
I love it.
Yep.
That's what's up, man.
So you asked about this
Yep.
room. So this is what we call the ware room. So back in the early days, in the early 1900s, when this place opened, they used to cure hams.
Okay.
So you could buy your ham here, and so they'd hang them from the ceiling to let them cure, salt cure. So they'd be hanging from front to back.
Really?
All the ham. Yep.
It's full of hams.
Yep. And so now
Would they get it
obviously-
from their own farm? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this was like the grocery store. It was
Everything.
it was everything. It was the post office.
Yeah.
For a time, they had the post office here.
Really?
In the back. Yep. And then
Was it specific to the Croft community, or was
yes.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Local. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Sure was.
Yeah.
So.
And I see y'all have some seeds and herbs back here.
Yep. So we've transitioned, to our winter. So we've got clothing out right now, but during the spring and summer, are these tables here with all your jackets and vests and whatnot would be full of seed.
Okay.
Corn seed, green beans, any variety that you want, we carry.
How soon do people start coming in, and when y'all do start making the transition?
Oh, it varies now. a lot of people come in early to start growing inside and things like that. So sometimes people come in as early as February.
Really?
You know, end of February, 1st of March. And so we try to encourage them to wait a little bit. North Carolina weather can be
it can be tricky.
Can be tricky sometimes.
It can play tricks on you, that's for sure.
But you know, a lot of people start early and then come in and buy twice.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yep.
And obviously you have all the quintessential things that are needed for gardening, sweeping the house, and these are the old school brooms.
Those are real corn brooms.
Yes, sir. Real corn brooms.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I love it.
Sturdy and they last.
Yeah.
You know, we also have cast iron.
Yep.
So you can't be a good cast iron pot once it's seasoned and
lasts a lifetime.
Something you can hand down.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yep.
So upstairs we go?
Yes.
Cool, let's do it. All right, heading upstairs. Uh-oh, wait a minute. You got an old school pencil sharpener.
Yes, sir.
I know you kids don't know what that is.
Yep.
Do we know how long it took for the building to be completed once the construction work started on it?
Not exactly sure on the actual date it was started, but it was in 1907 when they started.
Okay.
And it was completed in 1908.
Okay.
So, you know,
man, that's
they got to work.
They got to work.
Yes.
This is not a small building, you all. Like, this is a nice sized building for sure. Do we know if the other buildings were completed during the same time?
Probably shortly thereafter.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Had to get a little respite after building this one for sure.
Right.
All right. So this is the top floor, which carries more clothing.
Yeah. Our overalls, coveralls, more of our workwear and cold weather.
Okay. So in some of these old buildings back in the day, they would double as living quarters as well. So what about this site? Was it ever lived in?
No. So this was strictly for commerce only.
Okay.
So they spent a lot of time here, obviously.
Yeah.
But never lived here. So this would have been used for storage. You know, for changing over different different times of the year with what they were selling. But also used just as space to carry more items.
For sure.
Yep.
So I see some flannel over here. You can't have a general store without some flannel.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got the flannel, y'all.
Flannel shirts, over jackets.
Yeah.
Yep. And we also carry high vis for contractors and construction.
Okay.
Fire resistant clothing as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Truly a one-stop shop.
Yep.
And this is the view from the top, you all. This has all the feels of a general store. For you, what does it mean still being engaged with this family heirloom that's operating real time?
Well, it's kind of special because not only does it, not only is it a business, but it's a legacy.
Yeah.
And it's a way to teach. We have a lot of kids that come here from the school. They bring the students down, and they don't have the opportunity to see a lot of places like this because there's so few left. But it's fun to be able to share that knowledge and pass it around because places like this are few and far between.
Yeah, this is true.
And so, my kids have grown up here as well. They've learned the stories and the legacy as well. Learned work ethic here, doing the same things that my wife and her sister did, cleaning up and straightening up and things like that as well. So it's very special to be able to continue that.
For sure. I love it.
Okay, yeah, y'all come and see us. We're at 8940 Old Statesville Road. That's in North Charlotte, off of Highway 115. And we have a Small Business Saturday event coming up.
Yep, it'll be the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We'll be open from 8 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. So you can shop with us during the day and shop with us at nighttime as well. We'll have a lot of activities. Santa Claus will be here. We'll have boiled peanuts, and some of our other small business vendors will be here as well to show off their wares. So try to make a plan and come out to see us.
Thank you.